Police in Duquesne are increasing patrols after a 19-year-old was shot there yesterday. Good evening. While police look for the suspected shooter, they're asking parents to get involved in ending the violence.
Kim Gable is live at the Duquesne Police Department with the chief's message. Kim.
Well, first of all, we do want to bring you an update on that shooting from yesterday. We talked to the chief here just a short time ago. We have learned that victim's condition has stabilized, so that is good news. I also asked the chief about suspects in this case. He says he can't say anything about that at this time, but here's who he is counting on to help curb the violence in Duquesne. After Sunday's shooting, police immediately stepped up their patrols. Grant Avenue and 7th Street, two of the target areas. Uniformed and undercover officers on the lookout for trouble. And the chief says they did stop trouble in its tracks. Drugs and guns now off the streets.
Within an hour's and a half time, we arrested a 15-year-old male who was carrying a gun. Shortly thereafter, my detectives witnessed a drug deal. They got involved in that, ended up chasing a 15-year-old who was selling the drugs. Caught him. He had a quantity of cash on him, a gun, and some narcotics. They also caught the person purchasing the drugs, and that person had approximately 50 stamped bags of heroin on them.
He says it takes an entire community to combat this type of violence. Churches, athletic organizations, youth football, and families all playing a role.
It's incumbent now on the families to get their children to these places. You know, we have to, if you're not starting at home, if you're not instilling into your children that gun violence is not acceptable, the drug dealing is not acceptable, then what are you doing as a parent? You know, we're out here doing what we do, which is curbing the violence, but it has to start at home.
And I can tell you, as we've been here tonight, just within the last few hours, a steady stream of officers going in and out, patrolling the streets. We also want to point out that none of those arrests today was connected to that shooting from yesterday. The search is still on for the gunman. We are live tonight in Duquesne. Kim Gable, KDKA News.